The next call is a split call. The Honourable David Cunliffe, 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, the member who sat down was half right. The Labor Caucus Committee was in Taranaki this last week, and here's what the good people of Taranaki told us about National's regional development efforts. They are arrogant, they are out of touch, they have lost their way, they are a tired third-term government that needs to be retired. And they gave us 2 specific examples, actually 3, and I'll mention them. The first one was the so-called regional growth studies. They are nothing but studies. They told us that they simply recite and package what the locals are already doing. There's study but no money, study but no action, study but no plan. And they are deeply cynical about National, a waste of space in regional development. It's like a New Year's resolution that you're going to go on a diet. We'll have regional development this year. Well, it doesn't happen under National because they don't do action and they don't do strategy. The second example that brings to mind is the famous Opotiki Harbour development in my colleague's East Coast area. It is an economic and financial no-brainer. It's been proven to officials and ministers multiple times. What happens? The government does a kind of PR sham and gives $3 million out of 30 for yet another study, maybe to announce a grant in an election year. The people of the Eastern Bay of Plenty aren't that stupid. They know when there's a con underway, and that con was Stephen Joyce. And the third example that the member actually raised is the problem with white gold and black gold, oil and dairy. Well, we can't control the oil market and we can't control the global dairy market, and that's the problem. We got all our cows in one basket. Labor's been saying for the last 6 years, we need a plan for economic development. We need a plan to diversify our economy. We need a plan to add more value and science and innovation through research and tertiary education to the God-given natural resources we do so well. What did National do? They converted everything into dairy farms, and then they wondered why things looked pretty ropey when the price collapsed from $8 to $4. And now, of course, there are calls to socialise the problem after they privatise the profit. And you just watch this space, because there'll be a lot of farmer pressure to say, well, we need a free pass from the banks, the same banks that are announcing record profits, billions upon billions of dollars. Let's talk about the Kiwi dream. You know, half of New Zealand is enslaved to mortgages, making those Aussie banks really, really rich with those record profits. The other half are trapped in a rental poverty trap, struggling to keep up, struggling to get their kids through tertiary education, not getting ahead. Middle-class Kiwis never getting ahead of the fortnightly or monthly paycheck. A country of aspiration we used to be. A country of winners we used to be. There's Judith Collins arising from the crypt talking about leadership aspiration, pots, kettles, yeah. Mr. Speaker, the Kiwi dream is worth campaigning for. The Kiwi dream isn't about lofty goals. It's not about spin. It's about the absolute basics. A roof over your head that's warm and dry whether you own it or you rent it. Some security of tenure for people who are renting. Mr. Speaker, the Kiwi dream is about having a good job and the education available to keep up with the changing workplace. And that's why Labor's Working Futures Plan gives 3 years of free tertiary education for any type of training, from apprenticeship to PhD, at any time over your life, from post-school to pre-retirement. Because we are never going to do, our children, never going to do one job all their lives. They might do 10 jobs. And they're going to need to move into and out of the workforce. And here's the choice. When you boil it all down, we've got a choice between 2 futures. A dumb economy that is vulnerable to those commodity price cycles, or a smart economy where we invest in knowledge and invest in each other and close those widening equity gaps and protect our environment. And if we do that, that is a dream worth making real. That is what a Labor-led government is going to deliver with our colleagues here for a truly better future for all New Zealanders.